welcome back to the MLG Winter Championships. I'm JP McDaniel.
And I'm Rob Simpson, and up next we have quite the explosive ZVZ. Ostojiy is going to be battling against Dongray Gu.
Indeed, it's going to be awesome. But before we jump into that, now I want to throw it to Nick and Dan over there. What have you guys been up to? Where you been all day? I've not actually seen you at all.
Hi, nerds. No, we were just doing our
hiding.
signing. We've been hiding, and we did the Dr. Pepper signing. It was really great to meet a lot of you guys out there. We love you guys. You guys are so sweet. And we've been casting a few games earlier this morning. It's been a great day.
I believe you guys are going to be over in this casting area a little bit later today, so that's going to be super exciting. But any quick thoughts on this ZVZ before we jump into it?
Oh, man. Well, I think Ostojiy is going to be in a little bit of trouble. DRG is like the best Zerg in the world.
Yeah,
Ostojiy obviously has done great today, but
there's that whole DRG is the best Zerg in the world factor that that's kind of on my mind, guys. You know.
Man, but take a look at those win-loss ratios there at the bottom. It's pretty close.
This is the moment where maybe stats should not be used to make a decision here on the results of this game. But you know what?
Clearly the kind of players that they're playing have been slightly different.
Slightly different.
Well, he beat Puma, though.
You know, although, you know, when you really think about it, if you're one of these players like like Ostojiy, you probably watch a lot of DRG's games. You got to be at least somewhat familiar with his play style.
All right. Well, Rob, who do we have over here on the left side of the map?
Well, over here on the left side of the map, representing complexity, MVP, we have Dongray Gu. And on the right side, as the blue Zerg, hailing from its Gosu, let's hear it for Ostojiy.
Now, this is actually one of the hardest names to pronounce in competitive StarCraft 2. Are you going to say Ostojiy, or how are you going to say it?
I just say Ostojiy.
Ostojiy? Okay.
I feel like it flows off.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll probably say it multiple different versions in this cast. It'll be a lot of fun.
We'll just call him Osto.
Oh, you want to do it Osto?
I don't know. I can't commit.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll figure it out here as this cast develops. And DRG, of course, known also as Dongray Gu. As Nick and Dan were talking about, this guy is literally one of the, if not the best Zerg in the world at this point in StarCraft 2. And in ZVZ, this is basically the catchphrase with this match is just volatile. I mean, never really.
The power word for the match.
The power word for the match is indeed volatile, and it looks like they're both going to be opening up with a 15 hatch. So
a bit of a gentleman's agreement, perhaps.
Indeed, yeah. You can, of course, just go for the standard 14 pull, 14 gas, get the quick speedlings out there, then utilize the banelings right after that. But we'll see here. I mean, sometimes if it gets to the mid to late game, you know, the Roach Infestor play comes out. Every now and then you will see Mutas in play, but it is very, very hard to really utilize that. But if you can, it is very, very strong.
And now, on the other side, we have seen Ostojiy previously was a player that had just so much potential. When we saw him play last year in the United States Battle.net Invitational, or North American, I guess, specifically. Oh, wow. JP, tell us about that.
Yeah, the Sony Xperia play pull up there. 91% believe DRG will take this. 9% for Ostojiy. Now, you were telling us about the North American Online qualifiers for the BlizzCon Invitational.
Oh, yeah, the Battle.net Invitational.
Yeah, Battle.net
North America. So Ostojiy was a player that was brought on pretty much straight from the ladder. And he had, he had a decent showing. I mean, his first round, he had to play against Huck, and he almost won.
Right.
And then I don't remember whom he lost to in the second game, but basically Ostojiy's kind of been someone that I've been secretly rooting for in my heart of hearts.
Yeah, he is a new player here, and probably, if not the biggest, this is one of the biggest games that he's ever played. This is kind of the fun and the best thing about MLG, I feel, is just new players being on stage, being in the limelight, being on the biggest stage in the world, and it really, really tests your ability to play this game under pressure.
Yeah, and he's also relatively young and obviously inexperienced on the big stage, so we'll see how much of a factor that ends up playing. Over on the builds, we see that DRG has started his metabolic boost, aka that Zergling speed upgrade, a bit sooner, and Ostojiy opted for going for just a few more drones, although they're at just about equal right about now. Oh, yeah. That waterfall. Oh, so relaxing. Thank you, Adebisi.
Shout out to Adebisi for the great old waterfall troll. I'm sure it'll be happening multiple times within this match. And will he actually get that? Oh, he will not get that Overlord there. So basically with the quicker speed, you know, DRG is going to have map control for a little bit longer. And we also see a Baneling Nest coming down for DRG. There's that Spine Crawler up over at the natural.
Oh man, Ostojiy's alone. Oh, so we do see that big first blood going out to DRG and supply blocking Ostojiy for just a few crucial seconds here as he waits for those Overlords to finish up. Now, we've seen that DRG has added on a Baneling Nest. He also has Ling Speed, but Ostojiy has gone for Roaches. This can mean that, I mean, Ostojiy absolutely will have the potential in this matchup to win. It'll just depend on how many of those Banelings are able to crush.
And the luckiest Overlord here, seeing the Banelings being morphed in. We have 3 Roaches, but they're only about halfway to pop here. A lot of Lings out on the map. We do have also 2 Queens and this Spine Crawler, but here goes DRG. Oh, he's going to get this around on the Queens, and that is not good. And the Banelings are going to connect on the drones. Oh, not good at all for Ostojiy. About a 10 drone difference here at this point in the game. The Roaches are out, but the damage has been done. 41 supply to the 29, and he's losing even more drones here in the main.
Man, it seems like it could have been a bit of a build loss for Ostojiy here in game 1. He just didn't have the Roaches out soon enough to stop that huge Baneling Zergling push. And behind this, DRG's also able to follow up with more drones. He's going to make sure to hang on to that lead.
Yeah, basically, I mean, he's getting the Roach worn down with that huge drone count. He's just going to be able to overwhelm his opponent in just a little bit here in this match. He has complete map control at this point with the Overlords everywhere. A couple Lings coming around the map for Ostojiy. Got to try and net him some drone kills, but we'll see if it actually works, as now 12 Lings are popping like clockwork here, able to defend against this. Wow, look at that timing there. Oh, and the Baneling connecting in a big, big way.
Yeah, he gets out there and finishes off enough of the Lings that Ostojiy really won't be able to make anything happen down there. DRG is just making sure that he has no way out of this.
Yeah, 8 Roaches now on the way here, and we'll see. I mean, Ostojiy actually pulling all the drones at his natural, leaving one of them, and that's going to get cleaned up very quickly by those Lings.
Yeah, DRG just has such a massive lead right now, and you can bet there's no way that he's going to let go of it. He just wants to keep those Lings active and on the field so that if Ostojiy tries to make use of his natural, he stops him. Oh, man. Ostojiy on one base, well, basically one base Roach against a 2-base DRG with Ling Baneling.
And a lot of minerals still here for DRG. He's going straight up to the lair, adding on his 3 extractors. If this does not kill him, he's going to have a follow-up to even this play, as Ostojiy's kind of peeking out with his Roaches, but he's got to be careful now as the Roaches of DRG are right underneath his Overlord. He sees it, and here we go. This might very well be the final engagement, but Ostojiy does have a lot of Roaches here.
Now, Ostojiy has a couple extra Roaches out there, but the Lings are going to be dealing the damage to make the big difference in this fight. He falls back into the mineral line, but DRG is still just mowing right through the remainder of his force and cleaning up all of the units that Ostojiy has remaining.
50 drones for DRG right now compared to the 21 of Ostojiy, and now he does have a little bit of forces left, and Ostojiy might be able to clean this up, but the supply tells the story of the game. 76 to 35 here. Ostojiy is basically screwed, man.
I don't even know if we need, I mean, there's almost no basically necessary there.
He's screwed, I'll say it. He's getting the 3rd base over here for DRG. Ostojiy's still not mining from his natural.
But JP, he is staying in it.
That's true. That's true. You got to give him, he's got heart, just like our last opponent.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
No, our last opponent was hard. I think, now this is setting the pace for his group, right? This is the first game, and there he goes, trying to get a bit of a run by. Ostojiy is forced to tap out, and DRG takes game 1.
Yeah, so let's throw it to Nick and Dan, and they can talk more about the best Zerg in the world.
Yeah, I guess we can.
That game was more one-sided than a Mobius strip. That was pretty.
But, you know, as JP said, at least Ostojiy had heart, just like their last opponent.
Yes.
You should be a comic, JP.
I should. I'm very clever.
Yeah.
People don't know this.
Look, I mean, DRG just played way better, had better control, better decision-making. You can see he's completely relaxed. And let's be fair to Ostojiy, he does not have this kind of experience. It's a good experience to be on stage and play against somebody as good as DRG, but I just do not see DRG losing this in any way or shape or form.
And, you know, I think that Ostojiy is still going to play his best. You know, he's up against DRG on the stage of MLG here. He can't really be feeling a ton of pressure.
You know, one of the problems, actually, for Ostojiy is there aren't a ton of cheeses you can really do in ZVZ that would, you know, blindly work. Do you know what I mean? Like, like, you know, how you can make gateways in somebody's main or something.
Yeah.
And if they just don't check, well, they may very well lose.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how Ostojiy is going to open up this time around. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have much to say.
Yeah.
It was
a short game,
pretty
man.
one-sided game.
Yeah, exactly. So let's throw it to a quick commercial break. We'll come back with game 2 between Ostojiy and DRG.